Yo, so I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I need to get it off my mind. So, don't take this as a personal attack, anyone. Like, that's not what my intention for this video is. So, just have that disclaimer out there now. Right, so what I've been thinking about is all these, like, terrorist attacks that have been happening lately. So, New Zealand last month, 49 people died. And then recently, over Easter weekend in Sri Lanka, 310 people died. That's just insane. Like, someone who's travelled both of these countries within the last year or so, like, I think that's absolutely insane. I never had a single problem in New Zealand. Like, I never saw any crime or anything like that. So that one was, like, completely out of the blue. Everyone who I knew out in New Zealand was completely shocked by this. And me too, like you wouldn't expect it. So a place where I was at like 3 months before is where the one in New Zealand occurred. So to think I was that far apart from being caught up in that kind of mess, that just seems ridiculous. And then with the Sri Lanka attacks over Easter weekend, 310 people dying. That's another place where in Sri Lanka, I never had a single problem with anyone. All the Sri Lankans all wanted to help you out. They wanted to know what you're doing, why you're there, and just had like a genuine interest in your life. So to see something like that happen in an area where I have friends based, like I literally have friends who are out in Colombo at the moment, so it's that kind of like blurry area of like, imagine if your mate got like caught up in that. Like this could happen anywhere. Like two places which I would have said would be completely safe to be travelling around. Like obviously it's a bit of a grey area at the moment to go travelling in these places. Everyone's a bit sceptical and it's kind of avoiding it, I guess. But I'd say even though these things happen, like you look around the world, these kind of attacks have happened everywhere. Like it's happened in London, Manchester, like wherever, like all around, these attacks happen. But it's putting a bad reputation on these countries where it's happened, New Zealand and Sri Lanka. Like honestly, if you get a chance to go, I would 100% recommend both those countries. My two favourite countries, straight up. Anyway, so moving on from that, like what's the actual like motive behind these attacks? They say it's all to do with religion and all that. No, I don't agree with that at all, because you got many people who practice their religion and never cause harm to anyone, wouldn't like harm a single person. Like I've got friends from all around the world of like all sorts of walks of life, all sorts of beliefs, the same beliefs that these terrorists are following. But like, how can you have two polar opposites like this? How is it possible to have one person who's like going around shooting people, blowing people up? Like for what? Like you're trying to impress who? Like you're being brainwashed, like literally brainwashed by whoever's setting you up doing these things. Like I can't even like put this into words. It's ridiculous. Like why does this keep happening? And why? Just so many people's lives needlessly lost every time this happens. So you think those two attacks in the last 2 months put together, what, that's 310 plus 49, 359 people dead for no reason, and countless more injured, caught up in this whole, like, nonsense. It's just absolute nonsense now. And it, like, you can see me, I'm going into this, like, my blood's, like, boiling over just thinking about this. Because I know these are two, like, wonderful countries, honestly, two of the best places you'll ever visit. And it's just putting a negative effect on everything. So it brings it back into the society like everyone else. Like you're bringing it into your world. You're thinking suddenly like, oh, all these people with this certain religion are going to be all like these same people. And it's not like that at all. Because it's just causing divides like throughout the world, throughout everyone's communities. And like, how can you actually like... I'm absolutely like lost for words. This is so frustrating to actually like talk about, because I don't know. It's the world we live in, isn't it? Like, and it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this at all. Like, and there's no way we're gonna restore the peace at all if people are thinking, oh, everyone of this religion, everyone of this race is gonna do these things, that, all because of their beliefs. No, like, honestly, like, it's just like impossible for us to get along, and it's stupid. Uh, oh man, like. That's when you know I'm actually like lost for words, because I keep saying like and like and like all this stuff over and over again. What on earth? Easter Sunday as well, I think it was. Was it on? It was over Easter weekend either way. I think it was the Sunday. Let me just like check this up real quick. It's just bizarre. So, yeah, so 48 wounded and 49 dead in New Zealand. And I'll quickly type in Sri Lanka. So there's 310 dead in Sri Lanka. They're saying these two are linked. No, like I don't think they are at all. Like, the attacks aren't linked. Maybe you have the same motives, just like needlessly blow people up and kill them for no apparent gain. You think you're gonna get all these things in the afterlife. You're not at all. Like no matter who your god is, like, what, everyone's got different beliefs, but like in the right mind, like, whose god is gonna accept you into their paradise with you carrying out all these needless things? Oh, that's the one. I'm gonna quickly pull up Sri Lanka. How many people were? Yeah, so 310. And they say that the leader behind these things has all been taken away now. So I'm sure he's gonna get accepted into his heaven. No, he's not. Not at all. I've actually like calmed off a bit. So, like, how can we overcome this? I don't know what to say anymore.